Hello everybody. In this screencast we're going to look at creating a forums application. So basically it's using Firebase, and basically you have the login, the create account. This is already implemented. The flow is already implemented. Okay. So you have the forums fragment. Basically it shows you the forums that are in the system. It shows also the forum name, who created the forum, and a small description about the forum. Also it has the number of likes that the forum has and when was it created. It seems this is when was it created. And let's see, what is that here? The forum screen. The screen should retrieve the list of users or list of forums. Okay. Forum class, logout. The list of forums should be retrieved. Okay, the forum title, the creator, the description, the date and time the forum was created. So this is the date and time when the forum was created. Okay. And this is the number of likes. Trash can is showing up here. Trash can is only showed up if the currently logged in user created this forum, then the trash can shows up. And then this is the favorite. Do they like it or not like it? All right. And this is the fishing sport, for example. This is who created it. This is the forum description, 200 likes, when was it created, and heart means that this person liked it. Okay, good. This is how you create a new forum. And then under the forum itself, if you click on a forum, then it shows you the forum title, who created the forum, the description of the forum, and then it allows you to add comments to the forum. Right, so basically it's a second level, right? Alright, so let's see how we're going to build this. So on Firebase, here's Firebase. I already gave you a project. Actually, it will run if you go in and add your own JSON file here. So you need to add your own JSON file, JSON services file, so that it can function. Alright, so here we are. The app is running. The logout, all of that stuff is implemented. I have a user, b@b.com. and test 1 2 3. Here's the user login. So here is the user. I'm logged in. Now let's go in and create a forum. So new forum. All right, so let's do that. Let's go in here and I'll create a new forum. So Java forum fragment, here it is. Not forum fragment, this is the create forum fragment. Here it is. So basically when you go in and click on here, I want to enter a title, description, submit, and so on, right? So basically, let's see how we're going to do this. So here we are. This is when you click submit button. I have the title, I have the description. Now I create a hash map. Let's do Firebase FireStore db equals Firebase FireStore.get instance. So that's the database. And let's do Firebase Auth. We'll call it Auth equals Firebase Auth.get instance. So I have that. Here we are. Okay, good. So now let's create a hash map to hold the data. Hash map string and object equal data equal new hash map. So I have the hash map to store the data. Now I could go and store the title and the description. So I'll do data.put title. This is the title of the forum, and this is the title. Okay, that's this 1 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Multiple things we're going to store. Title, and we are going to also store the description. Okay, so this is going to be DSC description, and then maybe the owner ID. Let's do that. The owner ID is auth.get current user .get user ID. That's the owner ID. Created at, and that's going to be this is going to be field value dot server time timestamp. So we already stored what? The title, the name. Oh, we need the name. Okay, so basically let's also owner name auth dot get current user got display name. Right, and in the sign up we do get the display name. So let me just do this here. So basically if you look here under the sign up, we are already getting the display name, get current user, we change the profile, we change the name, and so on. So we have the name already installed in the app. Okay, good. So we are able to display what? We are able to display this, now the likes. Okay, we're gonna figure out the likes in a little bit, and how to like and so on. Let's try to do that, but we'll do that in a little bit. Now we also need, we're going to be deleting, so we need to get a document reference. Docref equals db dot collection. We'll call it forums dot document. So that's the document that we're storing things at. So basically now I can get document ID. The document ID is document reference dot get ID. Okay, good. So here we are. Reference get ID. This is getting the document reference. I do document reference dot set, and this is my data dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener. So this is when you add a new forum. Okay, if the task is successful, and then else we'll do something here, toast dot get activity, and we can show task dot get description dot get message, right? So we are doing that, and then otherwise we do mlistener dot done creating the form. All right, so now let's run it and see what we are storing here. Here is Firebase, right? Create a new forum. I'll call it the test forum, test, and let's go do lorem ipsum. All right, here it is. Copy that, and we'll just copy one of these. Okay, here's lorem ipsum. We'll copy this from here. Control C. I don't need all this text, but let me just get some text so that I could display it. Here is this one, for example. Copy. Okay, I'll just add some text here and submit. Okay, good. So now we are here. Let's go back to Firebase. We refresh this, and you can see that I have a forum. Here is the forum, created at, description, document ID matches here, the owner ID, the owner name, and the title. Okay, good. So now we have the forum set up. Let's go set up the adapter for the forums fragment. Now we just need an adapter. It's supposed to be very straightforward. We did this so many times, so it's supposed to be straightforward for you. So now we create this is a recycler view. I think it is a recycler view. Let's see. The forums, here it is. And yeah, it's a recycler view. Okay, cool. So we'll go in and do a class. We'll call it a forums adapter extends recycler view dot adapter. Needs a view holder. We go here, we create a class forum view or forums view holder extends the recycler view dot view holder, and we're good here. Now this guy needs a constructor. Copy it from here, paste it here, and then options, enter, import the class, and then implement the methods. Okay, cool. So here it is. Let's right click a new Java class. I'll call it a forum. All right, so that's the forum class. Now the forum is going to hold this data just for the time being. This is the data we are going to store, right? Here we are. So basically we have public timestamp, and that's going to be created at, right? So that's the created at variable. Okay, here it is that, and then we have so many strings, right? String description, document ID, owner ID, owner name, title. I'll put it at the beginning, title and description, and then this is information related to the owner and so on. So this is this. Now make sure these are also set up as public, and then we create an empty constructor, select none, and some getters and setters. Okay, getter and setter, and here we are. So this is it. We can also a toString. We can have a toString. I don't need it, but let's see. So this is the forum already. Now I know that I will need an array list of forums. Array lists of forum. Call it forums, or let's call it m forums equal new array list. Here's the array list of forums, and basically what I'm going to do in the adapter, I'm going to do this dot get or size. Here's the size. Now we also have a layout for the forum. So there is a forum row item, right? Okay, so we click on it. This is the forum row item, and okay, cool. So now we'll do binding here. So when we are doing this here, we're going to do forum row item. We'll call it item binding equal forum row item dot inflate get inflator. Sorry, get inflator dot parent dot false. Copy this from here, paste it here, and then this is gonna be item binding dot get root, right? So here we are. Maybe we call it m binding here. Okay, cool. So m binding equals item binding. Here we are. Cool. So then we return a new viewholder binding and pass it to the item binding. Good. So the forums viewholder, and we send it the item binding, and we're good here. Right. So now here we can get the forum. M forums dot get at position. Here it is, and then we set up UI here. Okay, good. Public void setup UI, and we're gonna send you a forum. So basically we're gonna store it here, the forum, m forum. I'm gonna send you a forum. Alright, good. And we'll say this dot m forum equal forum. Very good. So we pass you the forum, and then we'll set up something. So basically where we're going to do this here, we're going to do holder dot setup UI, and we set the forum. Okay, cool. And now here we set up the forum. We'll do m binding dot text view created by dot set text is m forum dot get owner name. Okay. M binding dot text view the forum text dot set forum text view dot created by forum title and forum text. So forum title dot set text to m forum dot get title, and then m binding dot text view the forum text dot set text m forum dot get description. This is the description of the forum. M binding dot created at, I think, m binding dot text view likes and date. So that's what we're going to look at in a little bit, but for the time being I can do this. Trash can, I can handle it also. I'll see, for example, if we need to know who's the currently logged in user, so I'll just do an mauth here. Firebase auth mauth equal Firebase auth dot get instance. Here we are, and then here we can go here and say if mauth dot get current user dot get uid is equal to m forum dot get owner id. This means they are equal, else they are not equal. So image view m binding dot image view delete dot set visibility to invisible. All right, otherwise it's going to be okay visible. All right, cool. So this is visible, invisible, and then if it's visible we're going to set up the on-click listener. So m binding dot image view delete dot set on-click listener new on-click listener. All right, good. So that's takes care of the adapter. Let's use the adapter. On view created, and let's set up the adapter here. So this one is the adapter, and we're going to do binding dot recycler view dot set layout manager new get activity binding, and then adapter equal new forums adapter binding dot recycler view dot set adapter to adapter. All right, so we're good here. Now we need to get the data. Now to get the data, I will set up a let's go at a snapshot listener registration. We'll go listener registration. Here we are, and we're gonna do the same thing. So basically here we'll do listener registration equals, we need DB, so Firebase FireStore dot get instance dot collection and dot add snapshot listener, new snapshot listener. So basically that takes care of this case. So basically I'm trying to go in here, so it's called forums, so it's called forums, right? And then basically we will just see if error is not equal to null, then I'm going to maybe error dot print stack trace and then return, right? And then here is the else case. So basically there is no error. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the m forums dot clear, and then basically for each query document snapshot, you call it maybe document, and then basically this is the value that's coming in, and options enter import the class, and then I can get the forum here, forum equal document dot to object from forum dot class. All right, so here we are, and then m forums dot add the forum here, and then when we're done with the loop, we do the adapter dot notified it has changed, and we're good. All right, so that's this, and then we take this registration and we add on view destroyed, right? On destroy view, or let's see here it is, on view destroy view. If this guy is not equal to null, then we'll do this dot remove, and we set it to null. Okay, all right. Now if we run this, let's see, it should get you the forums. Here it is, we have the forum, and it has the trash can. Because of this case, the user ID, now if I change that user ID, the can will disappear. Let's go here, instead of a C, let me put a Z at the beginning and click update. The trash can disappears. Okay, go back, return back to the original one, update, and the trash can shows up. All right, good. So now we're able to display the forum, we're able to receive it, we're able to add more ones. Let's do add another one here, and here is another one, submit, and here's the other one. Good. So we're able to add them, right? Now, how are we going to handle the likes? So I recommend that we do it this way. So basically, we need to be able to add these likes. So they see, if you add a field, one of them here is an array. You can add an array. Let's say, for example, I could say likes, right? And here could be the ID of the user who liked it, right? So you can add likes like this. So basically, whenever a user comes in, I just add the likes. Cool. So now these likes is an array of strings, right? Okay. So now when we are creating a forum, we have to manage that to create an empty likes, right? Empty likes. So now how I'm going to do that? So basically what I'm going to do this is so there are a couple of things I need to handle. First, when creating it. So basically when creating it, we didn't add the likes here. So let's add it. So we go here, Control C, Control V. I'll call it likes. Okay. And then I'll just add a new array list of string. All right, so now I need an array list of string. So basically I'm just going to create an empty array list of string. Let's see if I can do it this way. So I'm going to do a new array list of string, right? So basically that's what I'm going to do. So now when I create a new one, it's going to show up. Now if we run it, let's see. New forum, add something here, click submit. Go back to Firebase, the third one that got added, and you see here there is a list, there is a likes, it's empty, right? It's an array that is empty. Cool. So now we took care of the case when it's added. Okay. Now how do I retrieve it? So basically, if you look at the forum, I never accounted for it here. Okay, cool. So let's account for it. Public likes, it's an array list of string likes. Okay. Now we just need a getter and setter for it. Okay, so now we do this getter and setter for the likes. Here we are, we have it. We close that. Now when we are retrieving it, if you look at the forums fragment, here we are. Now it didn't crash, right? So now what I would like to do is to show how many likes, right? So I want to show first of all how many likes are there. So where do I do that? In the forums fragment, if you look in here, right? So basically here is where things happen, right? So now here I could go in and say if m forum dot get likes is equal to null, or m forum dot get likes dot size is equal to 0. This means nobody liked it, right? Else we're going to do something. If it's equal to null, or if its size is equal to 0, I'm just going to say m binding dot. Okay, so basically I will just have here string likes equal to, I'll say for example, I will say no likes. Okay, 0 likes. All right, that's to start with. But if it is actually if it is not equal to null and is greater than 0, and is greater than 0, then I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to say likes equals m forum dot get likes dot get dot size plus this. So basically I'm just going to get whatever number of likes is, and then when I'm done here I'll just say m binding dot text view likes dot set text, and here's the likes. All right, so now when we run this we will see. All right, so now you see here 1 like, 1 like, 0 likes, and so on. Now I want to handle this heart situation, right? Now, in order to handle the heart situation, we have to figure out how to like and how not to like, right? So basically, when you click on the heart, right, if it was liked, then we need to add it to the array. If it wasn't liked, we need to add it to the array. If it was, like for example, I need to add you to the array here if you like it. Now, if you don't like it, if you like it already and you want to unlike it, you click on the heart, we should remove you from the array, right? So how do we do that? So basically, I need to be able to delete and remove from the heart, right? So basically, what I need to do is, that's one case, right? So now, this is when this is the case, right? And this is when the likes is not null and so on. Else I can come in with an else case, right? Now, when this is the case, this means that this heart could be, you could either like it or not like it, right? Because the number of likes is not 0, right? So there are some people who like this. So now I can check. So I need to check to see if mforum dot get likes dot contains mauth dot get current user dot get UID. So does it contain this user ID? Else, if it contains the user ID, then m binding dot set dot. What I could do is I can write a method inside the forums that takes care of this for me. But anyhow, I'm gonna do that. So m binding dot image view like dot set image resource r dot drawable dot like. Okay, so basically let's have a look at these images. Drawable, you have the like favorite, which is like favorite means that if it is contained in the array list, we're gonna do this. If it's not contained in the array list, we're gonna do like not favorite. So basically it's not favorite, so we're going to show the empty array. So it's gonna look at this one, not favorite, this one, right? Okay, so now this takes care of the situation of this. Okay, now how do we handle the situation of clicking? So basically m binding dot image view like dot set on click listener new on click listener. So basically here I'd like to see, is it contained or not contained, right? So if it is inside the if the ID is inside the array, if your current user ID is inside the array of likes, this means that this user already likes it, and then we want to switch it to not like, meaning we want to remove it from the array. Okay, so now we need to check to see the same story. So I'm going to do the same exact thing. So I can only do that safely if I need this, because there are some cases where it's going to be null, right? So basically, in our case, it will never be null, but just for safety purposes here. So basically, I'll check to see if it is not equal to null, right? So that's this, yeah. And likes. So basically, this means that it's actually all what I need to check to see if it's not equal to null. If mforum.getLikes is not equal to null, right? Else we're going to do something else, right? So basically, if it is not equal to null, right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, now if the user is in the array, then I need to unlike the current user, right? Remove from the array, right? Else we need to like the meaning add to the array, add the user ID to the array. Remove user ID from the array. Okay, so now how do I do that? Let's add. So basically, let's add first. So let's do this, the add situation. So I know exactly where it is. So basically, I know Firebase FireStore .get instance .collection. I know it's under forums, and I know the document itself. Here is the document. The document is mforum.get document ID. I have the document, right? And there is an update feature, right? So you send it a map of what you want to update. Cool. So now what I would like to do is this. I would like to only update not the whole array. I just want to tell it add this or remove this from the array. So now how do I do that? Let's see. So basically I create an array list. I create a hash map, and it's a string and object, right? And this is the update data equal new hash map, right? So here it is. Okay, here we go. Now notice that there is, this is where the document is, right? So now I will update it, but now let's notice something. So update data dot put, and what I'm interested in is likes, right? And what I'm interested in field value, similar to this. And then you see here there is something called array remove and array union. You see that? Array remove and array union. So basically array union means just add whatever elements you're going to add here, add it to this array. Array remove is mean whatever elements you add, you remove it from the array. Okay, cool. So I don't need the whole array. I just need to tell it add this to the array or remove this from the array. And then what I'm going to add is mauth.getCurrentUser.getUID. That's what I'm going to do. And that becomes my update, right? And then here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do update, and then I'm saying sending the update data. Here we are. Okay, cool. So basically, I can add an onComplete listener here and so on, but here is where you are adding something to the array, right? Now, to remove something from the array, I'm going to do it like this. Same story. I'm going to copy the same thing here, all of this here. And instead of array union, I'll do array remove, right? Array, this is remove this guy from the array. Okay. Now, if we run this, here we are. I click on, let's say, let me just remove all of these, delete the collection, or delete all of it, okay? Forums, delete, and here we are. Create a new forum, and say testing, adding a new forum. All right, here it is. Here it is. Okay, good. Now, if we go here and we refresh, here is forums. Okay, and here is the forum. Likes is empty. See here, likes is empty. Now when I go ahead and add, let me just make this a little bit smaller. When I click on add, you see what's going on? It added my user ID to the likes. Now the heart is full. Now when I click on it again, it removed it, but the heart didn't get removed. We have to finish the code, but you could see that I'm adding and removing. You see here. Now it's removed. Now when I click on it again, just once, and now it's added. Now, how do I manage the heart thing? We didn't complete the code. So basically, this is the click is fine. Now when it's empty, then we just make it empty. So basically, I'm just going to the else case add this here. Okay, so when it is equal to null or whatever, like is not favorite. So now when we run it, you'll see. You see here the number of likes is 1. I click on this. Now it's empty. The number of likes is 0. Click on it. Now 1 and 0. Also using this feature of using the idea of union and the field value remove and union takes care of the uniqueness. You don't have to take care of uniqueness here at all. Now we also looked at the case where it is get likes is not equal to null and so on. So now if it's equal to null, I'll just add it. So basically I'll just as if it's a like, right? So I'm going to copy this from here. I'm just as if it's a like in that case, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm done with the like and not like, right? So here it is. So now when we run this, go back again. I have this user. Let me log out, log in as create a new account. Let's say A as Alice. Okay. a@a.com. Alice Smith. Test 1, 2, 3, and I click on submit. Here is Alice. Okay, good. She didn't like it. I click on the heart, and you see there are 2 likes for that. There is 2 IDs, one for Alice and one for Bob. Now when you uncheck here, you see now it's only 1 like that is there. Good. So now we're good here, right? Now what is left is just some formatting, meaning we just need 100 likes and then the date. Okay, so now to show the date, it's here. We need the date. We need simple date format. Let me enable autocomplete. Okay, just to make this a little bit easier. Simple date format. Simple date format. Date format equal new simple date format. And basically, how are we showing it? We're showing it. You want the other ones, so basically we can go here, and this is the AM and PM. It's going to be the month, the day, the year, hour, minutes, and then AM and PM. This is the simple date format. And then basically what we're going to do is this string date is going to be the simple date format. This guy get created at .get .date to date. And it's going to take care of the date. Now we can go ahead and do this here. Put a pipe. Here's the pipe. And then add the date. Okay. Right? So you need a pipe and then the date. We did that. Now when we run it, disable completions. Here it is. Create a new forum. Let's say this is Alice's forum. Test. Submit. Here is Alice's forum. She has the trash can. We'll look at the trash can in a little bit, but here's the trash can and testing and so on. You can click here, like stuff, unlike, like, and unlike. All right, good. So basically, we have the forums created. Things are good. Now, when you click on a forum, I would like you to go to the next screen, which is the forum, which is the next screen, which is the not the forum itself, but the forum details, right? So when you click on it, you go to the forum details, which is you go to the next screen, which is this one, right? So the forum details. All right. So now I need to send it the forum, right? So now in order to send it the forum, we have to implement the forum details. So this is the forum fragment, and it's going to receive a forum. Now let's see, can we make it serializable? Now what I need to check to see is this guy serializable. So basically, is it serializable? Let's see. It's parcelable. You see, it's parcelable. But everything else here is serializable. So basically, everything is serializable because strings are serializable. Array lists of strings are serializable. So we're good. Do I need to show the time on the other side? No, I don't need to show the time here, the forum time. So I think we can get by. Let's see. Extends serializable. So let's see if this is going to work. Here it is. Implement serializable. Here it is. And what we're going to do is then it's going to receive a forum. All right. So we're going to receive a forum. Here it is. And is the forum. Okay, so we renamed this parameter here. We're gonna send it the forum so that it can display it, right? So now we don't need all of these. We don't need all of this. We're gonna receive a forum. Put serializable. Here we are. And let's see if serializable is gonna work. If it doesn't work, we can just use parcelable. Get serializable arg, and here we are, and we're good to go. Go here and cast to forum. Good. So we have the forum passed on. Now in the forums fragment, we need to, in the listener, we need to add and void go to forum, right? So that's this, and then basically in the activity itself we need to implement that method. Okay, and then basically in the forum fragment did we implement on destroy. Okay, let's see something here. On create, this is the forum. In the forums fragment, did we implement on view destroyed? Did we implement that? This is the view holder. Yes, we implemented the remove. That's good. Okay, now go back here. We have this, right? So basically what we're going to do is get support fragment manager dot begin transaction dot commit, right? And then dot replace dot id dot root view, and then we're going to do forum fragment dot new instance forum dot add to backstack and good. So we can do that. Go to forum. Now where is this going to happen? Is in the adapter, the forums fragment in the adapter inside the onClick listener for the get view. Okay, so here it is this, and then we can do this. Okay, all of that stuff is here. The binding, it's here. And binding dot get root dot set onClick listener new onClick listener m listener dot go to forum m forum, right? So basically we can pass on the forum like this. Now when you go to the forum fragment, let's see if we are able to, if this works, if that flow already works. So we go here, I click here, it goes, no problem. All right, so now we can display this information easy, right? So now we go from one screen to the next. We are here now on view created. We can go ahead and set up the form. All right, so we can do the binding dot text view created by dot set on click set text forum dot get owner name. Here it is, right? So we good here. So we got the created by, then text view the title, text view the text. So get title, get description. Now what else is there? Number of comments, that's it. So basically I think we are good. We can display some things. Number of comments, we have to see how, but let's see. Here it is. I click on this, it shows testing Bob adding a new forum, right? Go back, click on here and so on. Okay, now how are we going to manage the comments? So basically these comments, how do we manage them? Very similar to how we managed, these are forums, this is a forum, and then we are here. We just add a collection under the forum itself. We call it maybe comments and store the information there. So comments, and then each comment is going to have an ID, and then maybe have a comment, maybe has some kind of text, the comment, for example, whatever the comment text is, when it was created, who created it. So this is going to look something like this: comment, who created it, and so on, right? Okay, so delete these, or delete the document, and we'll come back to it. All right. Okay, so now we can set up the idea of when you click on the post to create a forum, right? So basically let's do that first. Binding dot button dot set onClick listener new onClick listener, and then basically let's set up our data. That's the let's get also an mauth here set up. Okay, Firebase auth mauth equal Firebase auth dot get instance. That's the and then Firebase FireStore db equals Firebase FireStore dot get instance. So I have the database and instance. So good. So now when you click, let's say we go in and create a document reference reference equals db dot collection, and it's forums, right? Dot document ID is what? Is mforum dot get doc ID, right? Dot collection, we call it comments, and then dot document, that's the new document. So basically it looks something like this. So basically I'll just go enter here, and enter here. So basically forums, forum ID, comments, and then a new document. Good. So now we have a hash map and call it string object data equal new hash map. Here it is. And then basically we'll do the same thing. Data dot put something here and something here. Something related to the comment. So basically the owner ID, maybe owner ID, owner name, the comment, right? And created it, right? So basically I need who created it, the information that they typed, the date when they created it, under ID. So basically that's what I have here, and then maybe we can also have a document ID because we have the delete feature here. Okay, so document reference dot get ID, and this one is mauth dot get current user dot user ID, mauth dot get current user dot get display name. The comment is whatever they typed in the comment. So basically I need to check to see string comment equals binding dot edit text dot get text dot to string. So that's this, and I could check to see if comment is empty. I'm going to show an error message, else I'm going to do something else. So we can cut this from here, paste it here, can show a toast, get activity, enter a comment, right? Alright, so now this one becomes a comment. Server timestamp. Okay, so we have all of the data, and then we have the document reference dot set data dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener, and we're good. So basically that's done here. That should add a comment, right? So now let's say when it is done, right, I could say if the task is successful, else we're going to do this toast get activity, and we can show the task dot get exception dot get message, right? Now if it's successful, what we're going to do is I'm going to do binding dot edit text comment dot remove dot set text to empty, and then I need to notify the adapter, which I don't have yet, right? So I need to notify the adapter just to give you an idea. All right, so now we can test this out to see if this works, right? Okay, new forum. No, we want to go to a forum. Let's say this one. I click on here, say test, and post. Okay, it seems it's successful. So we are here. Comments. Here's the comment. Test when it was created. Document ID matches. Owner ID and owner name. Good. So we are able to add these comments. Now all I have to do now is implement the recycler view, right? So let's do that. Okay. So we go here. Let's implement the recycler view. So the adapter for the recycler view. So I'll go in class. Comments adapter extends recycler view dot adapter, and it needs a view holder, which is going to be a class. Comments view holder extends recycler view dot view holder, right? And needs a constructor, and here is that. So we copy this from here, put it here. Okay, and then implement the methods, and here we are. So we need a comment class, so we right click new class, we call it comment, here it is, and that comment class will look something like this. So I'll just copy these, Control C, and here we are. Oops, let me copy this again. Okay, we have a public string comment and document ID, owner ID, and then owner name, public timestamp, right? Oh my, what's going on? Timestamp, no, not the SQL timestamp, I want the Firebase one. Timestamp, the Firebase timestamp, and this is created at. Where is created at? We're good. I have all of the information I need. Empty constructor, getter and setter, all of them. We're good. So we're able to get the comment. So now I know I need an array list of comments. I'll call it m comments. Let's call it m comments equal new array list. Here is it. Okay, good. Now I know that in this case I need to do m comments dot get size, the size, right? Now the view holder, you see there is a layout for the comments. Here's the layout for the comment, call it comment row item. Okay, good. So now when we are here, we'll do comment row item binding. We'll call it item binding equal comment row item binding dot inflate, get inflator, comma parent, comma false. That's that. And I'm gonna copy this from here. I'm gonna paste it here. And this is the item binding dot get root. All right, here we are. And this guy will be m binding. Okay, and then similarly we'll say m binding equals item binding. Oh, good. So we're going like this, and we're going to return a new comment view holder, give it the item binding, and we're good. So basically here, and then we can get the comment equals m comments dot get at position, and then we'll do the setup UI situation here, public setup UI comment, here it is. So we public, why it's not happy, setup UI public void. Yes, it's going to return nothing, void. Okay, now we need a comment, so I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna store it here, comment m comment, here it is, right? So basically we're going to say this dot m comment equal comment, here it is, and then this dot comment, yes, and then similarly m binding dot text view created by dot set text to comment dot get owner name, that's one. And then we have text view comment text get comment, and then the date. Very similarly, we need the string format. So basically I'm going to copy the same code we had here, right? So I'm going to copy this code from here to here, simple date formatter, the date equals to the m comment dot get created at to date, and then basically that becomes the date. So basically created at, so text view created at is going to be this simple date formatter. All right, here it is. Okay, we're good. So we have the date, we have then we can do this if comment dot get create get owner ID dot is equal to equals auth dot get current user dot get UID, right? If they are equal, else if they are not equal. So binding dot image view delete dot set visibility to invisible, right? Otherwise it is visible. Okay, Control C will make it visible, right? And then we can set up the deletion. So binding dot image view dot set on click listener new on click listener, and that's how we're going to delete. Deleting is straightforward. It's db dot collection forums dot document. It is mforum dot get document ID dot collection, which is comments, and then dot document, which is the comment dot get document ID dot delete. Right, so basically you can delete very similar to this situation. You just have to go to where the document is to be able to delete it. And now we don't have to notify anything. The adapter will automatically be triggered because we're going to use snapshot listeners. So now holder dot setup UI, we pass it the comment. Here we are. Good. So I have that done. I have the adapter set up. Let's go here, go the adapter, this is the adapter, and then on view created. Let's set up the binding dot recycler view dot set layout manager new manager get activity. All right, so adapter equal new, here it is, binding dot recycler view dot set adapter to adapter. Here we are. Now let's get the data. Okay, in order to get the data, we will do the listener situation also, but let's do this. So it's db dot collection. This is forums dot document, and this is forum dot get document ID dot collection, which is comments dot add snapshot listener new snapshot listener. All right, so basically I have the snapshot listener set up. Now I just need to do exactly the same code I had in the forums fragment. Where is my snapshot listener? It's somewhere here. So basically I just need to copy the same code. So I'm going to copy this from here to here, and I'm going to paste it. So here it is, and this is the comments clear it. This is comments clear it, and we don't have a forum, we have a comment equals doc dot to object from comment dot class. All right, so that's this, and comment, and then adapter notified it has changed. All right, so that's this. Now we need a listener. So basically the same thing that we did here, registration listener. Copy that from here, go here. Here's the registration listener definition. Here's the registration listener. Okay, equals this, and then similarly I'm going to do on destroy view if registration listener is not equal to null dot remove, and then listener registration equal to null. All right, so now if we run this, we should be able to see the comments. We are here. We click on testing, we can see the comment. We can also delete works. Now, can we get the number of comments? So basically the number of comments comes in from the snapshot listener. So basically after everything is said and done here, I could go in and say binding or binding dot text view comment count dot set text to comments dot size plus comments, right? So it's something like that to match whatever is written here. Right. All right. So when we run this, here's that. Click here. There are no comments. Let's say test, post, and it crashes. Good. Okay. So now let's have a look at what is going on. Why did it crash? Scroll down a little bit. Timestamp to date on a null object. So basically there is a problem with the the okay, good. So basically we just need to check to see if it's null or no before we move. Okay. If it takes a little bit of time to show up, that's why I think. If comment dot get created at is not equal to null, then do this, right? So copy that from here to here, else binding dot text view created at dot set text to empty, right? So something like that. So run it and see. Okay, we click here it is, we click here, we type something here, we click on post, and we see here post, and we're good. So basically you see that it is working. We're able to delete also. You see when you click on delete, we are deleting them, and the number of comments you see is going up, and that's coming in through the snapshot listener. All right, you can delete. All right, so now if we go back, and you can see that now there's a delete feature here, and that's what is remaining. Hello, so what's remaining now is the deletion of a fragment when you click this button, right? We did already manage deleting a comment, which is straightforward. It's a document that we just delete, and life is good. So what makes the forum itself different? The problem is that the forum, if you look at how we structure things, is that the forum, here is the forum, so let's refresh this, right? So the forum is a collection, right? So basically the forums is a collection, then the forum itself is a document, right? Here's the forum, and then under that document there is a collection, and that collection is a collection of documents, which are the comments. The problem is that you cannot delete a document if it has children collections that have documents. So what you need to do is to delete all the children first, delete all the comments, and then delete the forum. Make sense? So basically we need to first delete the comments. We need to delete all the comments and then delete the form. So basically when you click this delete button, we first need to go in and delete all the comments. Once you delete all the comments, we go ahead, and after they're all done, then we go and delete the forum itself. Okay, which becomes a document that has a collection under it, and then we delete all the sub documents. And then after that we can go ahead and delete the forum. Okay, so now how do we do that? So basically if let's see. So basically when we delete, what we want to do, this is the forums fragment, this is the forums fragment, here it is. We are looking at the delete feature. So basically this is where we are here in the adapter, and then there is a delete button somewhere here. And basically what we're looking at is the deletion. So basically there is a delete button. So if it is, so here, so this is the delete, right? So basically here first we need to delete all the comments, right? Then delete the forum. All right, okay. So now how I'm going to do this? So basically first I need to get all the comments, right? I need to go get all the comments for that forum and then delete one by one, right? Okay, so now how am I going to do this? So let's see. So let's get them first. So I'm going to get them first by, let's get all the comments, all right? So let's see. We need where to point it to. So I'm going to copy all of this stuff here. Control C. All right. So let's get a DB instance first. So let's do this. FireStore DB equals FireStore. I just need the DB, right? So that's this. Control X. All right. So I need DB. So here I have DB. So now here, get them all. First get them all. So basically get all the comments, then delete all the comments. So let's get all the comments. So now to get all the comments, what I'm going to do is db dot collection, and this is forums, right? Document, and then the document is mforum dot get document ID dot collection comments, right? Dot get dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener. All right, so here we are. So now basically what we need to do is we will get the comments. So now we have an array list of comment, right? Comments equal new array list of comments. Here it is. And then basically we'll do if the task is successful, right? We'll do this, else it's not successful, right? So now it's successful. I have the comments. Now I need to go and get the data. So basically for each query document snapshot, we'll call it maybe document, and then this is going to be the task dot get the result, right? So basically here it is. We got the document. Now I can get the comment. Comment equals document dot to object comment dot class, and then comments dot add comment. So basically we're getting all the comments. Here it is. We got all the comments, right? I got all these comments. Now I need to go and delete. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to delete them. I need to delete, and then when I'm done deleting, I need to make sure that I then go ahead delete the forum, right? So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to create a method here. Let's say here, right? Public void delete comment, and I'm going to send you an array list of comments, right? Here it is. So basically delete first comment, right? So we'll do the least first comment in the list. All right. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say delete first comment and send it the comments, right? So basically that's what it's going to do. Delete the first comment, right? Now what it does is that it finds out if comments dot size is equal to 0, is greater than 0, right? Then we're going to pick the first one. Else we are done, right? Yes. So basically if the size is greater than 0, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a comment equals comments dot get the topmost one, right? Or I can remove it, remove the topmost one. So basically I'm going to remove it, right? And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So basically db dot collection, the same process. So basically I need to copy all of this. Here is collection dot delete dot document, which is the comment dot get document ID dot delete new on complete listener, and here we go. All right, cool. So basically now after this is done, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do delete first comment and pass it comments. So basically what I'm going to do is there is a comment that is being passed on here, and I'm going to pass it on missing one item. Okay. So it is not that happy. Let's see if it's going to work, but the comments is going to be passed on here. Delete the first comment. It's going to go all the way. So I'm going to call the method again. Now what we are doing here is the else case. Now this is all the way to now you can delete the forum itself. So basically I can go here, copy this, and I'm going to delete the forum. I'm going to delete the actual forum itself. Cool. So now basically what we're doing is now if it's empty, then we if these comments are empty, then we can go ahead and delete the forums, right? How does all of this start? Here we're getting the comments, right? So maybe we can store that variable. We can store it here locally, and it's not a problem. Let's see if it's going to work. So what we're doing is that we're getting these comments, right? By clicking delete, you go in and get the comments, right? And then we call the method with the list of comments, right? Now when it goes here, it picks one out, right? And the size shrinks, right, by 1, and then we pass it on when you are completed. So you are chaining the deletion. right? And then when you are done, this means that now the size will not be greater than 0. You come in here, we delete the forum itself. All right, so let's run this. Okay, let's click here, add some comments. 1, add another comment, 2, add another comment, 3, add another comment, 4. So you have 4 comments here. Go back. Now when I click on delete, it gets deleted. And now if you look, what is going to happen is that let's create a new forum, and then we'll show you. So basically we need to first delete the forum, it's the comments, right? So basically let's create a new forum. Here it is, test. Okay, here it is. So we have the forum, right? Test, which is this one, right? Forums, this guy, test. Good. So now we go to test. We go into test, add some comments. 1, another comment, and another comment. So we added 3 comments. So now we go here. I'll refresh. Here it is. These are the 3 comments. Now when I go back and I click on deleting the test, look at this side, you will see them being deleted, and then when they are deleted, the forum itself gets deleted. See, they're deleted, and then the forum itself is deleted. All right, so that's what we did. Let's go recap a little bit what we did here. What I did is I need to make sure that they're all deleted before I delete the forum itself. That's why I did use this approach. Is that one, I go get them, right? And then after I get them, I delete them one by I just call delete the first one, and what delete first does, it goes in, checks to see if the size is greater than 0. If the size is greater than 0, it removes the first one from the list, and then deletes it. And then when it's done, it calls again delete first comment with the list, with the updated list, which has 1 removed. Now, if the list is empty, we just go ahead and delete the forum. All right, so that's basically how we're going to delete the forum. All right, there are other ways of doing this, but I think this is probably the most straightforward approach. We can use snapshot listeners, where we can delete a forum based on some kind of factor. But in this case, I think it's much straightforward just to do it this way. All right, so please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.